There's a huge difference from a man who has a good relationship with his mother and a mama's boy. A man who has a good relationship with his mother, green flag, because more than likely he's also going to have a good relationship with you. But a mama's boy, red flag. That ain't nothing but a big ass bitch who's always going to put his mom over you. And every little disagreement that you guys have, every little argument that you guys have, he's going to go straight to his mom. And whatever his mom says, he's going to do no matter what you say. Your input, your opinion, your thoughts, anything you have to say is always going to be diminished and devalued because of how important his mom is to him. And I get it, a mom should be important to a man. 100%, but not to that degree. If you're the one he's trying to build a life with, why is he prioritizing his mom over you? Another bad thing about a mama's boy is if his mom says some shit about you negatively, she's over here talking shit behind your back in front of him, he is not going to stick up for you. He's not going to defend you. He's not going to say shit about it. If you guys have a disagreement and he goes to his mom, forget about it. Call it quits. It's a wrap. Whatever you have to say is going to be pointless because his mom's opinion and input he already registered as more important than yours, and he's always going to put his mom over you no matter what. But a man who has a good relationship with his mother, he'll think about things and he'll make rational and logical decisions. If his mom's wrong, he's not afraid to tell her that she's wrong. If you're wrong, he's not afraid to tell you that you're wrong. A man that has a good relationship with his mom thinks about things objectively. And a mama's boy, nah, hell nah. He's gonna go with what his mom says no matter what because he doesn't want to disrespect her. Mama's boys are red flags. A grown-ass man in a relationship with another woman should not be going to his mom for every little problem. And if he does, he ain't nothing but a big-ass bitch.
So someone asked me my personal opinion on men who put their moms before their girl. To me, it's like one of the most attractive things to see a guy who really loves his mom. To see him treat her with respect, go out his way, and you can just tell how much he really loves his mom and how much he protects her and values her, right? But it's also unattractive if a grown-ass man is a big-ass baby, lets his mom control him and dictates his every move, and he feels like he can't express himself or make decisions without his mom. But personally, I think a guy shouldn't have to be put in a position to choose between his mother and his girlfriend. I think he should be in a healthy enough relationship with both to where he's not even put in that position because both of them have their own place in his heart. But if he is being put in that position to choose, I feel like he would need to be a man and address whoever is making it an issue. And if it's someone he's serious about and is going to marry, then your wife takes priority, in my opinion. I just think in that situation, he needs to establish boundaries and call out whoever may be overstepping boundaries. But if it's just him up under his mom, then he just hasn't become a man yet.
I got married to a mommy's boy. I got married last year, November, to my husband. My husband is very fond of the mom. Both of them are fond of themselves. I don't have a problem with that. I love their relationship. But fast forward to this year, January, the mom asked to move in with us. It didn't sit well with me. I told my husband, no. We are just newly married couples. We should spend time together. And he said no, that the mom just wants to come and spend time with him. Now, the mom is not having accommodation problem. She's living very comfortably. After a long argument, I have to accept it because it was bringing issue into my marriage. This woman is now in my house and I feel like I'm a slave in my own house. She makes decisions over everything and anything. What should I do? Because I feel like giving them space. I don't feel like I'm married. I just feel like I'm a maid in my own house. Please, I need advice. Okay.
As a man, if you choose your mother over your wife, you have failed as a man. In fact, you are a weak man. Yes, you heard me right. As a man, if you choose your mother over your wife, you have failed as a husband. I tell you this day. Enough is enough and the truth has to be told. I don't understand this craze by our generation. This generation of men who places their mothers above their wives. You could as well go and marry your mother. Since you feel your mother has a higher place than your wife, you could as well go marry your mother. But if you have decided and chosen to marry a lady, taking her away from her family, her father and her mother, to bring her to your home as your wife, that is the day she becomes number one. She becomes your first priority above every other person in your life, including your mother. So therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and cling to his wife, and they shall become one flesh and one body. You are not wiser than God who made these utterances. It was God who instituted a union called marriage. So if he is telling you that once you get married, you are leaving your father and your mother and you are clinging to your wife as one, what does that mean? Your wife becomes your number one priority. Your wife becomes everything you ever want in a woman, both mother, both sister, everything. That is the implication. So for those of you who keep placing your mother, oh, my mother comes first. No, brother. No, bro. Your mother does not come first. Your wife comes first. Simple and short. Your wife comes first. Until you start having this understanding, you will never treat your wife right. If you let your mother disrespect your wife because she is your mother, then you are failed as a husband. In fact, if I have a sister whose mother-in-law disrespects her and the husband, keeps quiet, that is the day I will count that my brother-in-law off as a husband. Your mother can never take the place of your... Okay, let your mother go and give birth to your kids for you. Yes, go and make love to your mother and let her give birth to your kids. If you feel your wife does not have any say, any standing in your life, your mother has played her role. Thank God for her. She gave birth to you, raised you to become a good, young, prosperous, prospectus man that you are today. Glory be to God. But the moment you decided to pick a woman as your wife, that is the day your mother ceases to have an opinion in your life. That is where your wife comes in. And God bless the men who always tell people, oh, let me consult my wife, and not let me consult my mother. Some men still consult their mother even after they are married. So what happens to your wife? Is your wife a decoration? You cannot seek her opinion. You can't seek her consent. No, she is a wallpaper that you are using to decorate your house. If you are part of the men that places your mother above your wife, I am not saying you should not give your mother the respect they deserve. You should not honor your mother. Give them the honor they deserve. I am an advocate of men honoring their mothers. But when it comes to marriage, your wife comes first. And it is the hand you give your mother over your wife. That is what she is going to work with. These things are errors that we need to start correcting in this time and in this age.
Look, honey, most men are not looking for wives. They're looking for mothers. There's no way that you want me to cook 3 times a day, clean up all week, work a full-time job, massage your back, massage your feet, run your bath water for free? Now I know when you were a young lad, your mother may have done that for you for free because you came out of her cooter. It was her responsibility to do that for you, to provide for you in that fashion, to make sure you showered and brushed your teeth every day, to do your laundry, to cook for you, to make sure you went to school and had everything that you needed. But if you want to pass the torch from your mother to another woman, you have to make that woman your wife and you have to provide for her. That seems to be a huge issue in the Black community for men to grasp that concept. Y'all be having mommy and daddy issues, so y'all be trying to find somebody to fill that void. But that is not what a woman is for. You don't see men of other races doing that, in other nationalities and things of that nature. They literally provide for their women. Their women are able to stay home. And I'm not saying that these men are perfect in other areas, but they seem to have that down packed. No matter how bad the economy is, it seems to me like women of other cultures still are able to stay home. And then y'all sit up there and blame Black women for being masculine when y'all don't protect or provide for us. It doesn't make sense to envy other men's options in their cultures, or to seek those women out, when you can actually just do what the men are doing that are making those women more feminine and more submissive. You get what I'm saying? Of course, you have more time to be beautiful and luxurious and fit and less stressed out when a man is doing his job. For you not to do your job and blame the actual women in your own culture that you're not taking care of is absurd. It's absolutely absurd. Like, these women in these other cultures are so quiet, they're so modest, they're so submissive, and they're so dainty and classy. Well, do you know what the men are doing? I mean, it doesn't make sense. They're raised to actually be that way because their men are actual providers and protectors. Us women are not raised to be that way. We're raised to be strong, independent, and able to fend for ourselves because we get thrown to the wolves. We don't get married off to men. And our options within our own culture are very scarce when it comes to actual men. Like I've told you guys before, the grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. But you guys, instead of fixing the issue within your own community, you run off to another community and water that grass and wonder why it's working out so great. The funniest thing is you guys pick and choose who you want to provide for. You won't do it for the women that you feel like don't deserve it because they're hyper masculine. A lot of women don't want to be that way. We have to be, and then we get dogged out for it. And then you say you want a woman that's feminine and dainty and this, and then you turn around and say you want a woman that's a hard worker and super educated and this and that and the third. Like, I mean, honestly, a lot of the time you can't get both. We're stressed the fuck out. We're stressed out here. We have the same bills and responsibilities, if not more, as you guys. And then we get underpaid to do the same shit that you guys are doing. Honestly, from experience, as a woman in a male-dominated industry, or a woman working in corporate, or a woman owning a business, especially as a black young woman, I don't get taken seriously. It's almost sometimes like you gotta be a bitch. It's like sometimes you gotta be a know-it-all for them to actually believe that you know what the fuck you're doing, even though you're doing it better than them. A lot of you guys have very fragile egos, and you're lazy and you're weak. You're not masculine in any way, shape, or form, and I'm not talking about your sexuality. So the thing about it is, you just don't want to be challenged. Your mommy never made you do what you were supposed to do. Your mommy's not going to challenge you, and that's why you're mommy's boys, because no other woman can love you but her. She has made it, and you have made it completely impossible to tolerate you. It's a turnoff. It is. So if you're looking for a mommy, stay at your mammy's house. Stop trying to mold other women into your mammy, because we don't want to do her fucking job that she should have stopped doing. You damn near 30.